Hey everyone! Hey, it's Shannon Galladay. It's a beautiful day here in California, sitting out here in the weather. So I'd love to say hello. So post in the comments if you're watching live or watching the recording. I'd love to say hi and love to see where you're tuning in from. So it's a beautiful day here, and I am going to talk about how we can focus on our successes to create more successes in our life. So if you know someone who is struggling, or they would like to see more success in their life, please tag them in the comments and share this video with them, because this will really help. Some of these tips will really help you to create more success, whether it's in your health and fitness or whether it's in a business, whatever you'd like to have more success of. These are some great tips to help. So tag someone if you'd like. So thanks for joining. I know I had some technical glitches. I was setting up my tripod before, so thanks for joining again if you joined the other one. So welcome everyone. I want to talk about how we can focus on our successes to create more successes, and before I do that, I wanted to share a quick story with you guys and talk about the differences in my success. So for example, when I first started my business, I focused a lot on my successes. So I focused on that I had a bachelor's degree in public relations. I focused on I had 8 years of marketing experience. I focused on all of my experience and took that into my business and said, okay, now I can do this. I'm confident I can do this. And so I got going. I created a successful business online. You guys might have seen me. And then 2016 happened. And in 2016, I started doubting myself, and I started focusing on my failures. I started focusing on what I was doing wrong instead of what I was doing right. I was focusing on what was not working. I was focusing on that things weren't happening as fast as I wanted them to happen. And so my focus went from focusing on my successes to focusing on what was not working and what was, not going right. And it made my business slow down a lot, and it totally shifted my mindset. And a lot of people probably would have quit at that point, because if you see, if you're seeing success and going like this, and then all of a sudden it starts going down, kind of lose your confidence. And so I've been thinking a lot, what happened last year? What was the difference between last year and the 4 years before that? What was the difference? And there was lots of things, but one of the big things was that I focused on my successes in the other years, and this last year I focused on my failures, focused on what was not working, focused on, not being where I wanted to be. And so it's crucial to focus on our successes and what's going right so that we can have more success and we can see more good things happen in our life. There's an awesome book. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. I'm reading it right now. It's called Maximum Achievement by Brian Tracy. So Maximum Achievement by Brian Tracy. And he talks about whatever we focus on grows. There's lots of people that talk about this. So it's really important. So if you're, when you talk to someone, if they ask you how you're doing and you're saying everything that's going wrong, then things are just going to keep going wrong. And instead, if someone says, how are you doing, and you find at least one thing that's good, anything that's good, anything that you're grateful for, and you focus on what's going right, then more right things will happen, more good things will happen. And your success rate will shift. Your success will go from not going good to going good and shifting in the right direction. And so some tips on how to focus on our successes instead of on our failures. So tip number 1 is to find one thing that we're grateful for every single day. So I made a New Year's resolution to write something that I'm grateful for every single day on my Facebook page. If you're on my personal page, you've seen all the things that I'm grateful for. It is helping me so much. Even little things like, oh, the sun is shining today. I'm so grateful for that. Anything that's good, focusing on that. And it's really shifting my focus onto, my the things that I was focusing on before that were slowing me down, I'm shifting it and focusing on what's good and what I'm grateful for. And when you first start this activity, focusing on what we're grateful for, it might be hard. I know it was hard for me. I'm like, what am I grateful for? And then I stopped and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm grateful for so many things. So number one, focus on what you're grateful for every single day. Write it down, put it in your journal, put it on Facebook, but put what you're grateful for every single day. Number two is tell someone what is going right every single day. So when you talk to people and they say, how are you doing? Think of what's going right in your life instead of wrong. So think of what's going right in your life every single day when you talk to people. And you'd be amazed at their response, and you'll start feeling like, oh yeah, things are going great. Things are going awesome. So number one, focus on what you're grateful for every day. Number two, when you talk to people, give them a positive response. Focus on whatever is good in your life. And number three is to be consistent at this. So you can't just do it for a day. You can't do it for a week. I'd encourage you to make it a goal to do it from now until December 31st. And I would love to see, who takes me up on this challenge and who sees a big difference in their life, because I know for me it's made a huge difference in my life. So those are my 3 tips. Number one, focus on what you're grateful for. Number two, share something good with someone when they talk to you. Say what's good in your life. And number three is be consistent over the long term. So post below. I'd love to hear if this helped you at all, if this helped you to make a difference in yourself, in your health and fitness, or your business, or anything in your life. I'd love to hear how this helped you. And once again, I'm here to help. If you have any questions or you need any help, please send me a message, send me an email. I'll respond back as soon as I can. But I'm happy to help if you're stuck or if you need just that little boost. So have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.